Welcome back everyone, I'm Craven and this is Cold Steel. We are in Roar and we did explore the bottom part, talk to everyone, and we discovered a new side quest which we are technically on right now because we need to be in the Research Institute somewhere in Roar in order to get one of the items we need for it. Other than that, we still just need to talk to everyone here. Hopefully gain some extra knowledge, and who knows, maybe we'll find another recipe or something along the way. At least that's what I'm hoping for. Something crazy happened over in Crossbell? Oh, not again, I swear. How are we supposed to export things with the Transcontinental Railroad out of the commission? Well, I suppose we could try air transport. Hell, even the sea would be an option if it came down to it. I can't imagine I'm the only employee of the Reinford group who wants us exporting things again. I wonder what the chairman plans for that are. I am pretty sure that Irina is thinking about it, Gibbons, really. Because she is technically an extremely capable chairman. I wouldn't expect the Imperial Army to take control of Berea hard. It's a real turning point in the war as a whole, particularly here in the east. Do be careful though. We'll be keeping our ears to the ground for any further updates from the front. Yeah, because the stuff that's about to happen in Heimdallr, yeah, that's where things will really change. If we can win that battle, if we can get Thor's back, yeah, we are so far in the advantage that they might as well give us the eastern part of Erebonia, right? The chairman organized an investigation into this mysterious 5th Development Division, and what we found shocked us. It turns out that it isn't really part of the group at all. It appears to be run by someone completely unrelated. To make matters worse, we're still unsure as to what's going on in the factories to the west. Rebuilding the group will be no easy task, let me tell you. Yeah, and the factories that are in the west, we don't have any control of it because it is in the west where the war also rages. So I think Chairman Irina will probably just be focusing on this part, getting this back in order, and then, together with the army, we can see what else we can do on that end. Really? Still, with things as unpredictable as they are, I'm going to need to put a lot of thought into this. Well, you won't find a more capable limousine anywhere in Zemeria. They're quite popular here in Roar too, I must admit. I'm somewhat taken aback that a man of your caliber doesn't have one. I won't find a more capable limousine anywhere in Zemeria. Yes, almost everyone has one. You just have to walk the street and you can see one passing by. Oh, most of the factories in the city have resumed operation now. Which means we started supplying parts and working with other companies and corporations again. It's all due to the chairman's exceptional work. Some issues still remain, but I'm sure she'll have everything in order soon. Things are almost back to the way they were here in Roar. One look at the chairman and you think she has everything under control again. Well, everything that's in her realm of control is under her control again. Well, she's at least doing everything she can, that we can be assured of. The investigation of those archaisms Heimdallr was using in here is finally complete. Looks like he got them from some black market source, and in bulk no less. It's scary to think that there are tech out there that surpasses Reinford's and isn't even too hard to get. I hate to say it, but we'll need to be prepared for the possibility that we'll come up against stuff like that again. Yeah, black market is one term, Ouroboros is another. Seems like those archaisms are out there in droves if you know where to look. The terrorists were using them too. There's a very real chance we'll be up against things like that again. We'll need to make sure we're prepared. I'm in total agreement with you on that one. No, I'm afraid this is as low as I can possibly go. I find it hard to believe. Come now, I'm sure you can go a little bit lower. No, I'm afraid this is as low as I can possibly go. Alright, I'm pretty sure there's not going to be a lot of people up there, but We won't know until we look. Oh? I almost thought we were having a scene there. Well, it could be that Alisa is gonna ask Mother, like, why isn't she more involved in repairing that watch? It could be a thing, right? Alright, nobody here. And nobody here either. That's sad. Not even Sharon is here to greet us. Oh well, might as well go down then. If we use the other elevator, will that take us to Irina's office? So actually, I wouldn't mind having a slight little chat with her. The employee elevator. Alright, can we use this one then? Nope. Alright, so I'm guessing we're not going upstairs. Alright, we got the biggest building done at least. You really have some Class D amplifiers? That's fantastic news. Would you mind sharing some of them with us? We'll loan you one of our manufacturing factories if you do. An entire factory? You sure? That would be amazing. Thank you so much. Hardly. Your amplifiers are a real help. Come to think of it, our divisions never really interacted much before, did they? If I'd known you had so much high-end technology at your disposal, I would have come to you earlier. Oh, that's very true. The way the company's structure doesn't exactly support cross-division communication. Still, it's never too late to start. If anything comes up in the future, you'll be the first person I come to. Likewise, I think this might be the start of a very long and fruitful business relationship. Well, that was the difference between how it was run before, wasn't it? Like, everything was in divisions, and therefore each division had their own allegiances to the nobles or to the reformists. So will that change now with Irina being back and seeing what it could lead to? Because it was in their own division, so each division could lead themselves, while she only had to oversee the top of it. I wouldn't be too surprised if she wanted to be more involved now, so she knows sooner if one of the divisions is going a bit haywire, if you know what I mean? We'll see, we'll see. Oh, Kesset decided to start an unofficial Courageous fan club. We're going around spreading the word about all the great things the Courageous is doing and getting it even more fans. I can't wait to tell everyone about whatever amazing things Lady Angelica does next. She does know that the Courageous is more than just Lady Angelica, isn't it? She's not the one in charge. That's Toa. Oh, we're going to be cheering Lady Angelica on as loud and proud as we can. But first, we need to recruit at least 100 of her, Courageous fans. If you're wondering why more and more people around here know about the Courageous recent exploits, that's all us. We don't think there's a person in Roar who haven't told about all of your adventures. Never underestimate their girls' power to talk. If you're wondering why more and more people are around here, yeah. Spread the news as long as it's positive. That's what I say. We of Roar Cathedral are doing all we can to help those in need during these trying times. Just the other day, I was out on the border with Western Erebonia speaking to refugees who had managed to flee across it. They were so concerned that they didn't have enough medical supplies, so I intend to send some their way. It's the duty of a sister of the church to do her utmost to ease people's concerns. The country may be facing hard times, but that's all the more reason I have to do what I can to help. Yeah, there's some really decent people working over at the churches. And I'm talking about the local churches, not about the Ritters, of course. The tragedy that occurred in Keldik came as a terrible shock to all of us. We've sent aid to Keldik on many occasions and made many appeals on behalf of its people. But in the wake of this, I find myself wondering if we did the right thing after all. Sister Sue was out working in the community at the time, so she's yet to hear what happened. I fear the news will fall heavy on her, especially since she's still new. But I can't hide the truth from her. I'll have to find a good opportunity to sit down and talk with her. Definitely. Because people need to be informed, even if it's very hard to hear. Ah, I've heard all about the tragedy that happened upon Celtic. It sounds like over in the west, they can hardly go a week without a new disaster befalling them. These are trying times. I only wish there were more we could do for all the victims that simply send them aid. I've already drafted a letter of condemnation to the Alliance for their actions. Unfortunately, there's little more I can do. Well, I think the church saying out loud what their stance on this is, even if it's just a little thing, I do think it matters a lot, to be honest. Because a lot of the common folk will look to the church to see where they stand upon how they should look at certain situations. And if the church are saying, like, Normal Alliance, what you did there, it's not good, then there will be a lot of normal people that will follow in suit and also condemn the Alliance for doing something like that. So yeah, PR-wise, maybe small, but not insignificant. I can't say I enjoy being forced to stand back and watch the 3rd Army Division head south, but those are our orders. If that's what His Lordship wishes for us to do, that's exactly what we'll do. To think that the hijacking would end up being resolved by a bunch of students. A commendable achievement, I suppose. Leave the culprits to us now. They certainly won't be escaping from the cell we throw them in. Huh, they're going to regret ever setting foot in our province. Yeah, and they might be limited right now, the provincial army, because of the actions they did, but at some point they will have to resume their duties, that's for sure. Oh, this is just a rumor, but you know the Alliance's flagship, the Pentacruel? I hear it was manufactured by the Reinfurt company. Their soldiers are too, so it's not a huge surprise, but still. It really shows you how immoral a company can be. It's kind of sad. I used to want to work for them so badly. Yeah, Bibio, but you have to understand that it's not the current chairman's, let's say, fault that happened. Of course, he's trying to rectify, I'm sure. The Reinfurt company's internal politics seem pretty complex. I'm not sure how to feel about that. Yeah, but you're still young, you have plenty of time to learn from it. The concert in Celtic went well, did it? Oh, that's good news. I wish I could have gone. It would have been great to see my daughter and future sister-in-law on stage, playing in perfect harmony. The concert in Celtic went well, did it? That's great news. And already referring to her as sister-in-law. Like I said, I'm all for it, but it needs to be her choice. She needs to do it herself. Because you can't force somebody to fall in love with someone else. There has to be at least something. I keep hearing stories about some giant monster showing up on one of the nearby highways. You think the highways would be safe now that we're neutral, but apparently not, thanks to that thing. I mean, it's not like people are doing a whole lot of traveling these days, so whatever, but it still kinda sucks. Why do monsters have to show up and start bugging us in a time like this? I mean, I have a sense of propriety, monster. Sometimes I feel like this area is never gonna be peaceful again. And is he talking about another cryptid? Or is he talking about the quest we had near Ore Canyon? I don't know how far away from this it is, but it could be either of it. So definitely worth investigating at some point. I hear the hijacking was the work of some Jaeger dropouts. They've been known to leave military monsters and weapons unattended just to disturb the public. Needless to say, they haven't exactly endeared themselves to us commoners. Jaegers are pretty common here in Erebonia. Doesn't make their presence any less displeasing to us commoners though. The tier is sublime. Harvest and Gregor's work ethic, meanwhile, is anything but. I'm really going to have to bring those two crashing back to reality rather sooner than later. He's probably talking about the two with their radio-controlled cars, isn't it? I think it's about time those two had a heaping serving of reality. Well, unless they really want to fail this year, anyway. Well, I have to say, there is actual uses for their radio technology. It definitely is. Oh, how nice to see that the hijacking incident ended without incident. I thought I understood that security was stretching thinner in wartime, but reality didn't hit me until now. It's scary to think that something like that could happen again in any time. The city might be alive again, but that doesn't mean things are back to normal just yet. It's scary to think that something like that could again at literally any time. Yeah, that is the thing war can do. Security is a lesser priority than winning the war, I guess. Alright, and I'm guessing that these two will be helping us getting the item we need. Woohoo! Full speed ahead! Look at how they took that corner. This is the best. Radio-controlled car. Kept their size and power. I wouldn't be surprised if they used the Type 4 pressure regulators. Well, it can't hurt to ask. Excuse me? What's up? Ah, you want to play with the cars too? Not exactly. They told Gregor and Hars what they were up to and asked about the Type 4 pressure regulator. Oh, a Type 4 pressure regulator, huh? Well, those are pretty rare, you know. Ah, but you got a good eye. We do use them in these cars, and we've even got a few spares. You can take one if you want. Really? Ah, thank you so much. No problem at all. Just give me a minute. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure she wouldn't have gotten one so easily if she wasn't a Reinfort herself. Alright, here you go. Just be careful with it, okay? We're being super generous, but these things are seriously tough to find. We really appreciate this. Oh, don't mention it. Always happy to help. Just stop by and play with these cars with us sometime, okay? We really owe these guys for giving us something so rare. Yeah, we can't let this go to waste. You're really gonna try to use that pressure regulator in something? You guys are insane. But that's just the kind of crazy we need for these remote controlled cars. What do you say? Wanna join us? I think we're a little too busy with other stuff, sorry. Doesn't he know who Rean is from the Courageous? Maybe not. Oh, drop by and play with us anytime. Oh, and if we ever get these things to market, be sure to buy 10 sets of each. If everyone we know does that, we might even be able to turn a profit. Does it really count if the people who buy them are people you've asked? Technically, yes. It is basically buying your own win, but it does technically work, because if they buy it, it will still make a profit. And who knows, with people buying it that you know, they can inform other people as well about what it is and how it works, and they can use it as gifts for people far away, and maybe spread the information like that. So it's not technically a bad idea, even though you are cheating slightly. Oh, Professor Connolly made me a message to pass along to Harves and Grego. But just where are they? Why do they always have to be out messing around, especially when you need them? They're just outside, really. Oh, Harves and Grego have been skipping so many lectures, they're in danger of not being able to graduate. And they're also never there when you need them. Just where have they gotten to? Yeah, that's a really, really great question, but they're outside driving their cars. President Smith left a message for you. If you find enough Sumerian ore for me to work with, come by again. He doesn't seem to have any interest in seeing you until then. I'm terribly sorry about that. I'm afraid that's just the kind of person our president is, really. I do apologize. It's harsh, but he's effectively saying he has no interest in seeing you until you've done what he's instructed. Which we know. We know he's an ass, but he's an ass that knows what he's doing. You know, this isn't the first time that President Smith has his eye on Sumerian ore. He decides that he needed to know more about its properties for his research a few years back too. You have no idea how much trouble we went through trying to gather fragments of it from all over the country. It was an absolute nightmare, but not that he cares. Huh? Trying to gather Sumerian ore fragments for his research was a total nightmare. I feel a headache coming on just thinking about it. I know what you mean, I know what you mean. Because in the end, I will need pieces as well, and I'm pretty sure the things we're gonna get from the shrines, we're not gonna be allowed to make our own weapons from it, so we're gonna have to find some more.
Oh, with the Reinfeldt company ongoing restructuring, things are finally starting to calm down around here. It is amazing to see how much progress has been made in just a few days. The chairman's forcefulness may have netted her a fair share of criticism, but she gets things done when it counts. She's a perfect example of what a woman of war should be. This town wasn't just built on backs of men, strong women helped it develop. I hope that the chairman continues to be a role model for the next generation of war women.
And if she isn't, you still have Alisa that's gonna take over the business next, I'm sure of it.
Now that some of the weapon factories in the city are back in operation, we're finally getting more supplies in. Self-defense weapons are selling really well, which, financially speaking, is fantastic news. Though, admittedly, those are the only weapons are being made right now. Military weapon production is still suspended. Something about focusing on rebuilding the group, apparently. I guess that means it will be self-defense for a while. I don't think we'll see any military weapons getting made until after the war ends. This city is neutral now, we don't want to be seen supplying either side. Who knows what will happen?
Yeah, I was getting to that point as well. That's probably the reason why we aren't making soldads with raw metals. Yeah, I think we already done everything. Yes. Right. I've heard rumors that Prince Oliver has appeared on the Western Front in person to call for a ceasefire. The Alliance kept insisting that he was missing and in danger. So, this is odd. My apologies. Such matters are not the sort of thing I should be discussing with my customers. Any man running a business would naturally be curious as to how the war is going, would he not? Still not the kind of thing I should talk with my customers about. Don't try to take care, though. Oh, do try to take care. Yeah, war business might not be the best for your, let's just say, bottom line. Ooh, she's on the other side.
Cleaning is so much fun. La 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 la. We've even got ourselves a new customer. All thanks to the radio somehow. See? It's just like I always say. Radios bring people good luck. I'm always saying people radios will bring them good luck, and I was right. Better yet, being able to listen to cheerful radio shows wherever you are cheers you right up. They're awesome.
Yeah, I'm thinking she's talking about Anton and his friend.
Have you really forgotten about me, Ricky? About all the time we spent together?
Yep, I really have, sorry.
Ricky, why?
Damn, this guy's annoying. The more pitiful his expressions get, the more I want to laugh at him too. Was I seriously best friend with this loser? Allowing him to desperately cling to me, I could probably tolerate, but friends?
And why does he have to be so cold after we spent so much time apart?
It's like I don't really have him back at all. It's so sad for Anton. He's losing his friend because his friend doesn't remember all the memories they made together. Because those memories are the basis of their friendship. It doesn't mean that they cannot be friends now, but they have to work towards that point once again. Because right now he thinks he's a loser. That's not a proper basis for a friendship, is it? Alright, but that ends our tour of war. For now, let's get the items we need for Alisa's side quest to repair her father's watch. I think it's a watch, yeah? Yeah, I think it is at least a timepiece that her father made. Very complex. Alright.
Where do you want to go?
One of the destinations, which is of course going to be the
Leave
mine.
it to me.
And I think from our recent visit here, I think the leader was outside getting things done. Our main chief engineer, of course. There he is. I think we should ask him if he knows where we can get that special alloy sheet. Well, we might as well try, right? Oh, excuse me. Oh, hey, you need something? They explained why they were looking for a special alloy sheet. Ah, I get you now. Well, you're in luck. We got more of them than we know what to do with. I think I actually remember handing one off to Alisa's dad way back when. Really? Well, that's right. I can't believe it took me until now just to realize why he was so happy about the damn thing. But if he was using it to make a present for his wife, it makes perfect sense. Yeah, he always used to get so excited when he was making something new. Almost like a child. You've got that right. Anyway, we got tons of the fragments like the one I gave him in here. Just head on in and ask around at the station. Just tell whoever's on duty in there that I sent you, and he'll give you exactly what you need. Thank you so much. We'll head in there right away. No problem. Good luck with fixing that watch. Good luck with that pocket watch. We've got loads of sheets just like the one you want inside. Just tell whoever's in charge on the platform that I sent you. Oh, do we need to go to the platform? Ah. That's no problem. I was hoping that we could just ask at the desk here. Well, that does give us a reason to get back down here. Because I did say last time we were here, like, why are you here? It's such a remote location, there's nothing for you. Well, there is now. Excuse me, do you have a minute? Rean explained that they were searching for a very thin special alloy sheet. Really? And it doesn't have to be very big? Yeah, we got plenty of those left over. Hold on, just a sec, I'll go get you one. Thank you so much. Here you go. Yes, thank you. Wow, it is really thin. Kind of springy too. You'll be surprised just how tough it is. You need a special equipment to cut through it for processing. Anyway, I don't know what you're gonna use it for, but I hope it works out for you. Thank you again. Alright. Not often we get ordered to give scraps out from the mine chief himself. I don't know what you're gonna use it for, but I hope it works for you. I hope so too. Alright, that's 2 of 3 done.
Where do you want to go?
Final destination is the lake.
Full speed ahead!
And hope that Gwyn is still there. He was supposed to be there because he's still helping them travel back south again. And since they're still here, he should be too. Grandfather, can we ask you something? Ah, shoot. They explained that they were trying to fix a pocket watch that Alisa's father made and asked about the micro oscillator. Ah, you're trying to fix that thing, are you? That's not gonna be easy. I think I know what you're looking for, though. You do? Yep, he came to me when he was making the thing originally, you see. He wanted to know if I knew of a more stable material than what's usually used in an oscillator. More stable material? Take it you're not much of a watch expert? Well, the more stable the material used, the more precise and accurate the oscillator. Anyway, it just so happened that I knew of just the thing. And that was? Perhaps the most stable material in this world. Sumerian ore. Yep. I could have written it myself. Sumerian ore? He used that to make an oscillator? No one knew how to process that stuff at the time, but I'm guessing he just found a small enough piece and used it as is. So that was the secret to its accuracy. Well, I can only imagine how much effort he must have gone in order to find even a grain of that stuff. And yet Mother just dumps it into Jackass's hands like she doesn't even care. Easy, Alisa. Anyway, if that's what we're looking for, I should head back to the Courageous. Maybe George will have some we can use. Yeah, you're right. Let's go.
Yeah, Alisa, there's a bigger reason here that you're not seeing yet, I'm sure. With that, they hurried back to the Courageous and went straight to speak to George. Oh, anyway, that's where we came to you. Wow, I had no idea anyone had ever made a pocket watch like that. The idea of using Zemurian ore in one is ingenious too. I wouldn't mind learning more about it myself. So, would you happen to have any high purity Zemurian ore that you can spare? Even the tiniest amount will do. Sure, if that's all you need, that won't be a problem at all. Hold on a sec. If you don't mind, I want to find a good piece. Thanks, George. Sorry for the wait. This should do the job. The purity is pretty close to 100%, so it should fit your needs perfectly. So this is what formed the heart of Father's pocket watch. Thank you so much, George. Don't worry about it. You were the ones who brought the Zemurian ore back here in the first place. Alright, I think that's everything we need. Can we head back to Jackass's place and have him fix it up now? She really is fired up about this. Of course, it's her father's watch. Of course she would be psyched for it. I'm not that surprised, to be honest.
Where do you want to go? Full speed ahead!
Alright. And let's hope Jackass has all the equipment he needs in order to repair it. And are we gonna give it back ourselves to Arena? Ah, well, looky here. Your kids got all the parts we need? You bet. Think you'll be able to fix the pocket watch now? Ah, with all these? Ah, should be able to do it, yeah. Well, now that I've got all the parts, I figure I'll stick them all together eventually. I'm just poking fun. Wouldn't want to keep you waiting all that long. Should get started around my second drink of the night. Fine, fine, fine. Stop staring daggers. Actually, if you're so bound and determined to get this thing fixed, then how about you do it? What, me? Are you sure? Ah, sure as shooting. Hell, it's only right. But if you're not sure you're up to the task, I can take care of it. No, I want to do it. Let me at least try. Wow, it really is important to her. Of course. Let me process the alloy sheets for you first, though. Betcha the tools are still up in his room. Give it a look-see and I'm sure you'll find them. Of course, thank you. It's actually really cool that she's repairing the watch her own father made. Yeah. With that, they immediately set out for the Reinford family residence to collect his tools and fix the pocket watch. So this goes here, and that's connected to that other thing here. So, how's the patient? You think you can fix it? I think Dr. Alisa can guarantee a full recovery. My father taught me everything I know about mechanical engineering, so I've got a pretty good idea on how he thinks, his design quirks, and all the weird stuff that makes an engineer. That makes sense. I presume what Jackass was referring to when he said it was only right that you do it yourself. Yeah, grandfather taught me a lot of things, but my engineering know-how is all from my father. You could say I wasn't just his #1 daughter, but his #1 student too. And from what I've heard, Jackass taught him almost everything he knew. You did always seem to be surprisingly tech-savvy, Reinford name or no, but it all makes sense now. Wait, am I? Well, I guess I can see what you mean though. I probably know more about engineering than Mother does, at the very least. Oh, I got it. Is it fixed now? I think so. I just need to reassemble the frame, disable the circuit breaker and then... Sweet, it's fixed. You did a great job. Well done, Alisa. Oh, I couldn't have done it without you guys. Thank you so much for helping me with this. You don't need to shed any tears over it. What's that? Hey, it sounds like a music box. I thought it was just a regular pocket watch. Oh, I bet we needed that special alloy sheet to enable it to make this sound. I can't believe he managed to make something this complex by hand. He made some pretty amazing stuff. But this? What? A photograph? A wedding photo it seems. Irina brought it over to me when Reinford's lab were up to the task of fixing the thing. So she came to me as a last resort, said if I couldn't fix it, that it wasn't a big deal though. Yeah, because to her mother, that picture is far more important than that the watch works. Mother! At least knock before you come in. What would you have done if I had a guest in here? I know all about what happened with Father's pocket watch. How can you be so indifferent to it? I saw no reason to keep it around if it no longer functioned. That's all there is to it. Is that all you want to ask? I suppose you're right in a way. When you're running a company this big, you'll need to prioritize efficiency above all else. Sometimes that might mean cutting things out of your life that are important to you for the sake of the big picture. I can see that. Whether that's the right attitude to take, I don't know, and that's not for me to decide anyway. But know that if you can't take care of the things that matter to you and you feel the need to toss them aside, then I'll be here to pick those things up and look after them in your place. I see. Your naivete doesn't appear to have faded any since we last spoke, but I can't say that comes as any surprise. I'll give you credit for showing your beliefs with actions over simple words, Alisa. Mother, I don't...
Dalton, get the car ready to depart. I'll be leaving here in 2 minutes. As you wish, Madam Chairman. I had no intention of keeping it around as long as it was broken, but if you fixed it, I may as well take it off your hands. Here's your reward. You deserve one of the efforts you put into it. Seraph. Nice. Mother? Wait a minute, I haven't finished. Oh, and I'll be expecting you to have some more concrete ideas by our next meeting. You were the one who chose to make such a bold proclamation. You must always take responsibility for your words. I know this will drive her mad, but she's just trying to push her in the right direction, isn't it? Well, that's your mother in a nutshell. Oh, why must she always be like this? Oh? Ah, I see she didn't notice what happens when you set it to go around the other way. Aww. Our precious treasure. Everything he gave me had to have some unusual trick to it. Well, she's still got a long way to go if she wants to be my successor. But I suppose spending a moment like this now and again isn't so bad. Oh, that is so incredibly sweet. I told you that her mother cares so much more than she ever realized. She really does. Oh, I'm so glad we found that quest, really. And this is one of the reasons why I always talk to everyone, everywhere, in every RPG. Because you never know what kind of beautiful surprises await you if you do. Yeah, amazing. Couldn't be happier about that. Alright, so that means Roar is done. I want to do one more location before calling it for the day. because I know it's just a small one. And
Where do you want to
honestly,
go?
I wasn't expecting this side quest to take so much time, but I don't mind, because
Speed ahead!
it was a good time anyway. Alright, let's see who's still here. General Le Guin and Brigadier General Bardias are both true masters of combat. Have you ever been fortunate enough to witness them in battle? If not, you may as well do so soon. Word is that they returned from the Western Front. We received word from the 3rd Armored Division that they're going to be passing through here. We can't exactly pretend to be their biggest fans, but his lordship has insisted that we leave them alone. We'll do as we're told. Yeah, you better do so, or else I will summon Valimar to your side. The soldiers in this province are just as hard-headed as they are hot-blooded. Being stubborn isn't always a bad thing, though. They're like that because they genuinely believe in what they're fighting for. They're very pure at heart. It's kind of cute when you think about how childlike they are. My husband was the same. I can't imagine a job I'd like more. Yeah, I imagine so. Ooh. Now Cruisen's neutral too? Well, I didn't see that one coming. But it does make sense, given what they're accused of. Especially when Princess Elvin is the one doing the accusing. Powerful as the noble alliance is, they're not gonna try and defend anyone accused of burning their own lands. Chances are, they're just gonna stay out of the whole thing. Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing. Because they don't want to openly stand against what we are doing, but they can also just ignore it. Therefore get the results they also wanted without looking down on other nobles. Which is, for a PR standpoint from their side, a lot better thing to do. But yes. Alright, that's it for today. I'm gonna leave it here. Next time we're gonna go to the remaining places, which will be also our canyon for the side quest, and of course Legram for the castle, which is another optional side quest we still have on the board. So, like I said, always we still have plenty of things to do.
Right.
But that's for next time. Until then, I wish you all a great night, morning, day, wherever you are, and if you're still here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and be back next time as we continue with our trip over the whole of Erebonia. See you then. Bye bye.